Kegels are contractions of your pelvic floor muscles. If you recall, your pelvic floor is a basket of muscles that sit at the base of your pelvis. So a Kegel contraction is when you squeeze and lift that muscle up. It's not a tightening of everything in your body and curling your toes. It's a squeeze and a lift. One of my favorite verbal cues to help people do this properly is to think about sipping up a smoothie with your vagina. It's totally weird, but it totally works. And you're gonna do it on the exhale of your breathing cycle. So let's take a big deep breath just to get started. Next, we're gonna breathe in, and on the exhale, you're gonna sip up that smoothie with your vagina. And again, it's the front and the back part of your pelvic floor. So you're thinking urinary to anal sphincter all the way up from the vagina. It's not just a squeezing the front part like you're stopping urine or a tightening the back like you're stopping gas. It's the whole bowl of muscles coming up together. Now there's two different things to be really mindful of with Kegel exercises. Your contractions, but also your relaxations. With any muscle contraction, you want to make sure that you relax all the way after. So it's not just Kegel, 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 or holding your Kegel muscles tight all day. It's a squeeze and then relax, a squeeze and then relax. Second, you're going to make sure that you do two different types of Kegel exercises. You're going to do your quick contractions, which are a squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go. Those work the sprint muscle fibers of your pelvic floor, the ones that turn on before a cough or a sneeze. Second, you're going to do longer hold Kegel contractions, where you squeeze and hold for 5 or 10 seconds and then rest completely in between. Those work the endurance or marathon muscle fibers of your pelvic floor that help you hold it until you can get to the bathroom in time. Now, you're also going to be practicing doing Kegel exercises in different positions. This week, I'm going to have you start doing them in lying down. You'll lie flat on your back, on the ground, or on your bed. Your knees can be bent or straight, but you're going to practice those quick contractions. Squeeze, let go. Squeeze, let go. You're going to do 3 sets of 10 of those. Then you'll do the longer hold contractions, where you squeeze for 5 seconds and then you rest for 5 seconds. Squeeze for 5 seconds and then rest for 5 seconds. Again, that relaxation is just as important as the contraction. If 5 seconds is pretty easy, you can go ahead and start doing 10-second contractions right away and go into 5 or 10-second rest afterwards. This week you're going to start them in lying down. Next week you'll move to sitting, which is against gravity, and the week after that you'll move to standing, which is against gravity with no support underneath you. And then we're really going to focus about bringing them into your function, which means contracting those muscles before a cough or a sneeze, before picking up your kids or heavy weights at the gym. You want to use these muscles when you need them. So, if you have any questions about Kegel exercises, feel free to reach out to us individually. Now, it's really difficult to know if you're doing Kegel exercises properly. So I'm going to coach you in a couple different ways that you can do this. The first is you're going to look. That's right. You're going to take a mirror and you're going to look at your perineal body. The perineal body is the area between the base of the vagina and the anal opening. And it's typically a flat area between these two openings. What you're going to do is when you do a Kegel contraction, you're going to look and see if that perineal body squeezes or almost winks at you. That's a proper Kegel contraction. If you see it flattening or pushing out towards your feet, that's the opposite of what you want to do. The other thing you can do is you can take a rolled up towel and put this lengthwise between your sit bones. When you practice a Kegel contraction, you should feel your pelvic floor or your perineal body lift away from that towel. If you feel it lift up and away from the towel or the chair, then that's how you also know you're doing it properly. Lastly, you can use what's called a Kegel trainer. These look like tampons of different sizes that you insert into the vagina, and they actually hook to your phone via Bluetooth to show you if you're doing a Kegel contraction properly. They can also show you whether you're relaxing your pelvic floor muscles properly. I'm going to include a couple of options of Kegel trainers so you can ensure you're doing Kegel exercises at home properly. So go ahead, get started, start your Kegels.